We have such little control over this mortal realm. Being the patriarch of a family is a worldly test and also an opportunity for growth to transcend into the celestial kingdom and live out your roles in God's army. Being a father, a mentor, a role model, a protector is an honor. It is one of the best gifts God can give to you, but it is also a gift that you can give back to God. Running a household is no easy feat. We are all familiar with the traditional roles: housemaker, breadwinner, protector, nurturer. Roles that have been disgraced this day and age as societal constructs. Lack of knowledge and understanding is the cause of this. The rise of atheism, the blind eye to God, has made way for narcissism and nihilism. A world with no values, a world with no familial importance, means a world where traditions and gender roles seem like human installed bull honky. I see this. I understand this. I can't blame anybody for reaching such a conclusion in such a confusing world. But that feeling of meaninglessness in your life is a calling. It is the calling to return back from the chaos to your righteous duty. Live out the role you were meant to live out. Find the man or woman you love and restore order to the world with and through God. Let's take a step back now. Returning to roles in the family, I would like to speak more about the role that I know firsthand. I live with women, all women. I have a wife and 2 beautiful little girls. Even my animals are female. With certainty and respect, I can say that women are the embodiment of chaos. Chaos is not inherently bad, because chaos is whatever you make of it. Just as God created the world from chaos, He also sends new life through chaos. Children, regardless of gender, are also chaos, as I'm sure we can all agree. Chaos can be beautiful. Chaos can be inspiring, motivating, exciting, and most importantly, chaos is potential. At the end of the day, chaos, in the hands of chaos, never realizes its full potential. It remains chaos, untapped. This is your role as a patriarch. Order. Order is the sculptor of the clay. The hands that take potential and create, but idle hands are the devil's plaything, and the adversary will take control of your soft hands to further his grasp on humanity. Order and chaos rely on each other, intertwined eternally in necessity to strike love and heavenly harmony. But that harmony cannot exist when either pull too hard. And this is truly important to remember when in a quarrel with your family. You should not strive to dismantle his order into chaos, nor should you straighten out all of her chaos. Know and understand your role while loving and respecting theirs. Protect her, nurture him, provide for her, birth for him. Once this dichotomy, so crucial and central for humans, is fully realized between the parents, most other familial things begin to fall into place. You will begin to feel deep meaning, and that is a sign that you are truly settling back on your divine path. I will not tell you to love your children, because you won't be able to help yourself. This gift from God will truly be something to treasure, and as you may already know, or you will one day see. As you may already know, or will one day see. I have an older daughter, and sometimes she reaches a point where she kind of spirals off into her own ways, and if left without some sort of moral compass or hierarchy, she begins to reach a state that she doesn't like to be in. And it is through, of course, my wife and I's help to restore the order in her life. But that being said, I also have the same issue with my wife. We just really can all come together, and I can restore order in the family that has wrought chaos through the household. You are a pillar. Set your rules by burying your foundation deep into the ground. Straighten your back and shoulders too, to carry the burden of the roof that provides them shelter. Do not be afraid to bend to their will and their needs, for this is not failure, but benevolence. And lastly, hold your head up and be proud. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Thank you, Elder Richards, for your wonderful and insightful remarks. I would like to address you on the family and the family roles. Being the patriarch of a household is really something quite special. It's an opportunity for you to follow your divine path as God intended for you. Sometimes life may not seem to be going in your way.
You are watching Mormon Talk with Carson O. Kimball and Brett O'Call.
Hello, sorry. Gosh, I wish we had that situated. Hello, everyone. My name's Carson O'Kimball, and
I'm Brett O'Call.
welcome to another wonderful episode of Mormon Talk. For those of you who are new to the show, Mormon Talk is a call-in show, as you can see. Phone lines aren't open yet, but it's a call-in show, and basically, we're here to answer any questions you might have about not just the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but, also just anything you have going on in your life. Like if you want advice or anything, you know what I mean?
Or if you just want to, share some good news, maybe you got a promotion at your job and you're feeling real good about it. And you just want to talk to someone.
Well, absolutely. I concur with that. All great reasons and stuff. So, anyway, welcome to Mormon Talk once again. I'm in my jogging gear right now. I just went on a very chilly jog.
Yes.
I got back just when Brett was pulling up. So, fantastic. Do we have any announcements, Brett?
We were supposed to have a special guest call in tonight, and unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, that caller will not be able to present himself here tonight.
Yeah, so we there was a gentleman that has emailed us frequently in the last couple weeks, and he is he used to work for LDS Family Services. He's a counselor, and he was emailing us and saying that he might want to maybe sometime come on the show and give some sort of a presentation or start some sort of a discussion about psychology or whatever they talk about. And his name is Riker and Rickelson, and we're hoping maybe he comes on next week.
We'll just have to see. It's hard for people to line up their schedules with Mormon Talk, and I'm sure as some of you know, I know people often miss the show when they try their best to get here, and sometimes I miss it too. So it's unfortunate, but hey, sorry to let anyone down that had their hopes up. But maybe next week.
But you know what? In terms of guest callers, you know what? You are all welcome to be guest callers on the show. Obviously.
Excellent point.
Yeah. So if there's a void there, let's fill it all the way up. You know what I mean? Let's look at the chat and let's see. I can see my house from here, says Weary Heathen. Okay. Tanksamus says okay. Dangleheart says Walt Chichester is my fave too. Okay, should I even address this?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Okay.
Unearth it.
So I don't know if Dingleheart's aware, but we had the caller was fake, but we had a thing where we let everyone send in their testimony of the prophet, and Joseph Smith, just because it was his birthday in December 23rd. And, we went through those and we found someone who had a particularly, unique testimony, and we thought it was wonderful. And so we invited them to share it on the air, and they ended up not even talking about what they sent in our email. And it turned out to just be a complete prank on the show. And they started talking about very, inappropriate things that were perhaps, too, it was too much for some of the families that were viewing, and it was just because it was a joke. It just completely disrespected Mormon Talk, and the prophet and all of the viewers, and so. In case you were fooled by him, Dangleheart, or not, I just want to let you know that it was a fake call. It was a joke. It was a joke caller. Okay. Dr. Shades 1 says, this show is a wholesome family home evening activity. Well, wonderful. We're really glad that we can be a family home evening activity for people, you know?
Yeah, no, it's an honor. It really is to be able to enter into people's homes like this and just, bring hopefully the spirit.
I hope so too. And I think that, even though sometimes things get a little, rough and tumble, I think that the spirit has been felt more than we realize. So
that is one thing that we don't really get to see. We don't really get to see unless you call in. We don't really get to see, how the show affects you. And sometimes people are affected and we won't even know it. So that's something that I don't know. Sorry.
Elder Wrong says, bring back Brock for a Death Rumble match with Fred. Oh man.
Well, while they do still need to air their grievances with each other because the little mishap. I don't know if
I don't know.
Remembers. But they do need to air their grievances still. But I don't know if on the air would be appropriate. I mean, it might be entertaining for some of you people out there that I don't know. You guys kind of weird. But I don't think it would be appropriate to have it on here.
Tanksima suggests they could pour liquids into each other's mouths and make each other gag. Well, I think we had enough of that on the show. I don't really feel like an eye for an eye is a very good.
No, I don't think that's appropriate.
Remember, guys, Carson O fan page at Carson O fans only. Oh, I saw that was on Twitter. There's a very kind fan page, and it looks like your mom's calling, Brett.
Yes, my mom's trying to get in touch. She must not be watching right now. She might not be tuned in. Uh-oh.
Well, anyway, maybe she can call into the show to get a hold of you. That would be really funny. Okay, so let's see here. Right Roz says Rule 34 Mormonism.
What's
I'm not sure.
Is there like some sort of book he's referring to, like that has like a
Is
list
there like
of
a rule
rules?
book?
Yeah.
Rule 34 indeed. I don't know what the rules are. Oh, well, anyway, maybe someone can call in and explain. Danite Dan says Carson is alpha, Brett is cool too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Brett is alpha too is what he meant to say. Castron or Carson? My name's Carson. But anyway, okay, so it was good to go through the chat for a little bit. Do we want to talk about our big idea? Our big plans for the year.
It's quite the plan, and I definitely want to talk about it. It's hard not to, but I'm worried that we might create expectation, and that expectation might be we might not have the time to fulfill such a grand task.
Well, I mean, there needn't be deadlines.
There needn't be deadlines, but expectation.
I'm going to go ahead and say it like this. We're going to be putting out a casting call in the Utah Valley area. And so if you know anyone with any acting talent, if you guys know anyone with any acting talent or anything like that, then please email us at mormontalkline@gmail.com. And we maybe some more information to come. Okay.
It's a pretty big hint, bud.
Your only friend is dead says, what happened to you guys canceling your show?
I don't know if you've seen or watched in a long time. We did have a period where we considered canceling the show, but we no longer. We felt if it was better to stick with the show and just keep barreling through with some of the negativity that comes our way. We can handle it. We can shoulder the burden, and it's for the best and it's for you guys. So we decided to stick around.
Well, couldn't have been better said myself. Wonderful. Dan says Brett plays video games.
I don't play video games. Come on, we've had this discussion, Dan.
Okay, Right Raw says, will you have a casting couch?
I mean,
it depends on where we're doing it at. I have a couch. We could do the auditions here. Yeah, there will be a casting couch. Marizona says, no rough and tumble talk, guys. 100%. We will not have any rough and tumble talk on the show. So anyway, Dan says, Window to His Love is the most important book of a generation. That's not even close to true. But thank you. I appreciate that very much. Tanksimus says Rule 34.
Are we breaking a rule or something? Like, is this something that information we're not privy to? Maybe.
Yeah. Like, so someone maybe in the chat or like you can call in and fill me in. Are we breaking a rule or something when we say Rule 34? Or
the couch isn't black. It's kind of like gray.
It's like taupe. It's kind of like a dark taupe.
Is taupe a color?
I think so.
It's like grayish.
But yeah, we do. If we do the auditions here, which I don't really know where else we would. Yes, there's a casting couch here. So, Dangleheart says Window to His. Okay. Anyway, Okay, well, great. Sure, your couch is pleather or something easy to clean. It's leather. It's not pleather. But I mean, leather is very easy to clean. My one concern is if someone has like a sharp belt buckle or like a keychain or something. When they get up,
or like one of those wallet chains.
Yeah, like when they get off, like it would pull the couch or something and rip, tear a hole into it.
I doubt we'd hire anyone that had a wallet chain, but
yeah, yeah, no, they can be stopped at the door. Well, anyway, wonderful. Okay, I saw some white stains on the couch, probably ice cream. No, you can't even see the couch.
No, you can't see the couch, but there's like it's kind of like a sponging pattern of like white within the gray. So
yeah, on the leather, like the leather's been, it's treated.
It's the design. It's not any stain or anything.
Yeah, maybe we can give someone a tour of the casting couch. Probably when they come here, though. Okay. Well, cool. Wonderful. Are you guys going to enjoy some spaghetti after the show? Okay. Anyway, that's enough of the chat for now. Do we have any other announcements or anything like that?
Well, as far as the show, I don't know if we have any more announcements. I do have some somber news to bring up. Actually, both of our family friend. There's been an update on Doug. It's an old family friend, and our friend Doug, he's an older gentleman, and he actually recently retired. So very good news for him. But he fell off his roof the other day. He was, trying to fix something, and he has been in a coma ever since. So I would
wait, what's the update though? I mean, I knew the coma part.
He's not doing so good. He's
Should we cancel the show and go over there to the hospital?
I went over there today.
Okay.
It's not looking good, so let's just keep him in our thoughts and prayers. And his name is Doug, and just hope for the best for Doug, and hope that nothing bad has to happen. But yes, he is currently in a coma. So that is just some somber news. I just kind of it's been weighing on me a little bit, and I just kind of wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. So if I seem a little down,
that's really bad news. But I have faith that things are going to be okay. It's just such a shame. Like you said, Doug just retired. And so, I mean, just when you're about to get your break finally from toiling away your whole life, something like this happens. So, well, let's read a little bit more of the chat, and then I do have another kind of announcement, Okay, wonderful. Hashtag pray for Doug, says Hunter Scholl.
Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. The chat's kind of a little bit bonky, so I'm going to go ahead and look on my own cell phone. Okay. Sorry for keeping everyone waiting. Can you have... Okay, never mind. I'm praying for you, Doug, says Ara Brian. That's wonderful. I hope that everyone will do the same. Hunter Scholl says, yes, give him a priesthood blessing and let his faith heal him. I think that's wonderful. Wright Ross says, what do you guys think about Carson doing missionary on the casting couch? Like, I don't think that we're going to be, having, a missionary. I don't want to give too much out.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give too much out.
Spoil the project.
Brett won't let me give too much out, but
I love spoilers, and so or I guess I don't love spoilers. I love the suspense, and I hate spoilers. That's what I meant to say. So I really don't like, just for everyone else's sake, I don't like giving any spoilers.
All right, I think that's good. I'm just a little bit of an eager one sometimes. Tanksmith says, have missionaries ever sat on your couch? Of course. Yeah. The missionaries have come over, obviously to my apartment, and, we've had some discussions and stuff with, newer members of... Okay. Dan Knight Dan says, Carson, did you send your old mission president a copy of Window to His Love? No, I have not. I don't think he even knows that I've written a book.
That might be a nice surprise for him.
Okay, wonderful. Gosh, my eyes are watery because I've been chopping onions. So I'm sorry if it looks like I'm crying. I'm not crying.
Well, I mean, you also went on a run, and it's I don't know, just the cold air on your eyes.
Right, but the onion, I'm very sensitive to onions, and there's onion, gas in the air. And it might be a little psychosomatic, but since you've said it, I'm starting to feel a little bit too. You are?
Yeah, well, but I think that might be just because you said something.
Yeah.
And now I'm tearing up a little.
Okay, well, wonderful. Couple more things I wanted to say. Because of some very generous donations to the show, and because of some people purchasing my book, we are going to be upgrading our studio equipment. So I think our video quality is a little bit crusty, and I think our audio is lacking, and it's a little echoey, I think the lighting's bad.
There's some aspects that we can improve upon, and we said that's what we're gonna do, and that's what we're gonna do. You can hold us to that.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's gonna be a change. Maybe not next week, but in the coming weeks, that change will come to pass, and I think that the show will be much more suitable for more people, because people enjoy good quality.
Aren't they going to be able to see my pores if it's too good quality, though?
Yes.
You.
Okay, well, wonderful. What was with the crazy wind that just hit Leia Dies? Marizona says, your book is how I found you guys. Well,
you found us through the book.
Wonderful. Go ahead and let us know where you found the book, Marizona. I know that a friend of mine who was in Orem went to a Barnes & Noble, I think it was, and my book was in Barnes & Noble. So I didn't even know about that. My publisher's just been going, nanners about it, I guess. Someone even said that they found the book. Where was it? There's a bookstore in It's not Pioneer Book. There's another bookstore there where there were several copies of it.
Seagull book?
I don't think it was Seagull.
Oh, that's like Orem.
I don't know. But anyway,
It's called
there's...
Seagull book. I can't remember.
Well, anyways, wonderful. When will Deseret Book start carrying Window to his love, says Danite Dan. I don't know. Maybe I should talk to my publisher about that. Wonderful.
Yes, your only friend. That is one of our emotes that Hunter, our mod, made for us. Just because it's been a reoccurring topic on the show. We didn't mean for it to be such a big deal. It was just kind of like a, hey, soy's.
Brett was giving out
healthy.
some helpful information. He studies nutrition, and he was giving out some helpful information about kind of what drinking or consuming soy can do, especially if you're if your T levels are kind of at risk here and stuff, and that it in Brett's life, he's seen it change a lot of people's lives dramatically when they no longer drink soy or when they start drinking more of it.
Yeah.
So, but our audience definitely found that very informative, to the point where Hunter Scholl added a nice
They're going crazy.
anti-soy
soy.
emoji. So, well, wonderful. Okay, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and open up the phone lines, everyone. It's starting to get a little lonely with just you and I, Brett. So let's open up the phone lines and let's have some calls, everyone. Let's have some calls. And remember, it doesn't have to be a question about, the church. It could be just you're seeking advice, or you want to share something uplifting that happened to you. Or maybe you need someone to, you need to tell everyone that you're going through something, and maybe we can all, pray for you. And
pray or help out,
Wonderful.
Talking about some of your problems really can shed some light on it. Just, being able to say it out loud and hear yourself say it, maybe you can create some new solutions for your issues. And I found even just talking is a simple technique to solving some of life's what seem to be most complex issues, but when said out loud, they really simplify themselves.
Oh no, it says the line is busy, and I know exactly why. Hold on, everyone. If you've tried to call in already, I apologize. Let me go ahead and open up the phone lines.
Tanksimus said, last Sunday, a teacher read a part of your book for their lesson. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, that's pretty astounding.
That is wonderful.
All right, the phone lines are now open, everybody.
The phone lines are, oh dear, most certainly open, so feel free to call in. It looks like we've...
Oh, wow, okay. Hello, caller, you're on the air with Brett O'Call.
And Carson O'Kimball. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to start off with a quick opening prayer, just get the Jesus move going.
Okay, before you do that, I just want everyone to know this is not an official, broadcast or meeting of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is just a private thing. But yeah, go ahead, caller. Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it. I just want you to do it because I think you're better than me.
Oh, I'm not better than you. I think I prayed last time on the air. Would you be opposed to doing it, caller?
Sure. I'm not really great at doing that. I haven't done this before, so guess I'll just try.
All right. Well, wonderful. Let's hear it.
All right. Okay, everybody in the chat, bow your heads. Okay, is everyone's heads bowed? Okay. All right. Dear God, Thanks for. I hope we can have a good Mormon talk session tonight. I hope that stay away from the chat, and I hope that we can learn a lot about Mormonism and have a good Monday and a good rest of the week. And I hope that Carson's health is doing just a little bit better. And amen.
Oh, amen.
Amen. You cut out a little bit, but I think it was a great prayer. Thank you.
Wonderful. I am tearing up, but it's because of the onions. But thanks for calling in, caller. What a wonderful prayer. Thank you.
Hey, I had a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Excellent.
Okay, so I have a couple relatives that are Mormons, like, well, actually a lot of relatives. And I don't really know a whole lot about like the Mormon lore, I guess, all the beliefs, I guess you could say. But is it true that Mormons are planning for some sort of apocalypse or Armageddon or something like that? Food storage as some kind of a recurring theme.
Oh, okay. Well, wonderful question. So it's not necessarily that food storage has been stressed by prophets because of an apocalypse necessarily, but just because economies are very, very fragile, and democracy is a wonderful thing, but sometimes people can come into power who can maybe make things a little bit balonky, and maybe the economy will suffer for it, and so. We're just, it's very important that we remain prepared for economic crises or even, natural disasters and things like that. So that we're, I know that in Venezuela, a lot of the stores have been looted. And there are people that hunt cats and other humans on the street to eat. And we just don't want... if something like that ever happens, like a shortage ever happens here, we want to be prepared so our families can, have
thrive and survive
and have luscious snacks during a time like that.
It's really just a preparation for some of the hardships life can throw your way, and it doesn't have to happen on a global or even national scale. Sometimes the crises might be localized to your neighborhood, and you might be in need of, like, let's say there's a huge blizzard and you're snowed in for a week and a half because it's just I don't know, 6 feet of snow and they can't clear it out and you can't go outside, you can't get in your car and drive around. That's reason enough to maybe tap into a little bit of excess food. So it's really just a preparation for safety.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Does that kind of answer your question, caller?
Yeah, that kind of does, because I guess it's not really just for Mormons too. I think that just people in general kind of need to prepare for anything you said, like economic crises or just a dictator coming into power, something crazy like that. I had another question too, though, if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Okay. What is up with you? Okay, so I don't know really how tightly the rules are held, but how strictly enforced is, and why is this enforced in the Mormon Church? You're not allowed to drink tea, or I think it said hot drinks or something. What's the reasoning behind that?
Well, the thing with coffee, tea, alcohol, there's a lot of people. A lot of LDS people that are more relaxed with it, and they do drink coffee and teas and caffeinated beverages of the sort. And personally, I do not. I stay away from tea, I stay away from coffee, I stay away from alcohol, I stay away from soda even, because most are caffeinated as well. And the reasoning behind that is, it's a state of inebriation. And, you know, when we talk about it with alcohol, it makes sense to you. When you drink alcohol, you become inebriated, but it can happen not exactly in the same way, you know, physiologically with caffeine, but spiritually it can have a detrimental effect. So when you're in a inebriated state of any sort with, you know, caffeine or any sort of outside influential chemicals or drugs or, you know, anything like that, it can really dampen your spirit, and it makes it harder to follow and to hear God.
I agree.
And so that's
you can
the basis for the belief.
You know, and just to, you know, kind of add into that as well, like he said, it's an inebriated state, and the word of wisdom is not just hot drinks and, you know, drinking like things like beer or tobacco or whatever. It's a principle, and that principle is take care of your body. Don't put anything into your body that that will alter your state of consciousness in a way that makes you further from God, and don't partake in things that you know, just kind of harm your body. So cyanide's not in the word of wisdom, but you don't want to be drinking, you know, cyanide from your hydro flask, you know, and so
yeah, that would be pretty bad.
That would be a very that'd be a very beanbag decision. So anyway, does that kind of answer your last question, caller?
Yeah, that does. On the topic, I heard a little bit at the beginning of the show, a little bit a casting couch. I'm kind of interested in that. I mean, I know you guys don't want to give too much spoilers, and I'm excited to hear what like the future is for you guys. But I'm just wondering. I think I asked the question in chat. I don't know if you read it or not, but I was wondering if either one of you were going to do a missionary on the casting couch, because I'd kind of be excited in watching that.
Like, well, I think I already answered that. Yeah. We can't really get into too much detail about the types of roles or even the thing that you know, we're doing auditions for. But so I can't really answer that question. You're just gonna have to wait and see, caller.
Okay, could you give us like a timeline? I mean, I know it's okay if you guys don't want to, but like I'm waiting eagerly.
Brett's wisdom forbids me from giving a timeline, and he's totally right.
It's rough because we are still working out a lot of the kinks, and we're still putting everything together. And until, you know, we wouldn't even know exactly what we're looking for. We're just kind of giving a little bit of a hint, and also you know, putting it into your mind so that maybe you can keep yourself open to it, and maybe people who wouldn't normally, you know, go out for one of these things, you know, acting seems like such a far off thing for most people, but, you know, that's why we wanted to, you know, call our fellows in Utah Valley to really, you know, ask themselves if maybe this is something they want to try out. And
there's a lot of wonderful talent to be found.
So we're just kind of like giving you that to mentally prepare for you. But you know, we're still working on a lot of the kinks, and we're still figuring out how many people we need, and so we're just kind of, you know, it's a pre-production.
Well, anyway, thank you, caller. We'd love to stay chatting, but we've got a lot of other calls in the wings right now. But thank you for calling into the show.
Yeah. I guess just to wrap it up, a casting couch that take a lot of work to set up. I mean, you need cameras, lights.
Next caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball
and Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hi. I was just wondering if I could ask you guys a little bit more about that soy thing that Brett was talking about.
Oh, sure thing. Of course.
So you're saying that it has some bad health benefits for nutritional, or is it like bad for your intestines, or what's up with that?
Well, I'm not sure exactly the mechanisms behind soy and why it works this way in the body, but it does seem to increase estrogen levels in both men and women, and so it can make men a little bit more masculine, and women a little, it can cause a lot of problems for women having excess estrogen. Did I say estrogen or testosterone? Estrogen, yeah. They can have extra estrogen in their system, and it causes a lot of problems.
It's good to have natural levels of those types of hormones, and even like drinking drinks that give too much T levels, you know what I mean, in men or women or whomever. It can make you act out in ways that you normally wouldn't. And so I think just promoting healthy, stable, hormones,
bodily function,
is a very wise decision.
So, like, my best friend just decided that he's going to be transgender, and I think it might be because of soy, because he always had, like, soy lattes and things like that. I was, like, kind of weirded out that you always want to have soy, but there might be something to that. That's kind of interesting.
Well, I met a doctor. I don't claim to know anything about that. Wait, before you go forward, caller, I just want to make sure you're not. This isn't a joke call, right? What you're saying is true.
What I'm saying is true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
Okay.
My cousin just went through that. No, that's kind of funny. You guys get a lot of joke callers, I guess.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people that seem sincere at first, and then they kind of bring up something crazy. Like I've never heard of someone becoming, like you say, transgender because of soy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know. Do you know anything about that?
That so common. Wow.
I don't know very many transgender people in my life, so I can't speak to.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Anything like that. I don't know if there's a root cause or something.
Sorry, I didn't surprise you with that. I thought that was just.
It's okay.
Everyone's met something, at least.
It's okay.
Homosexuals, they're all over.
Oh well, I'm not really sure if the correlation of soy and what you're talking about, but I mean, I'd say Brett's probably better, equipped than me, but I'd say that, maybe do some, make the right decisions for yourself. And that's something you need to consult the Lord with and to know how much soy you should consume or whatever. He can answer those types of questions.
How much soy I should have?
What? Pardon me? What?
I wasn't really sure what you were saying. Like, I should consult the Lord about my friend or about how much soy I should be taking.
I think ourselves.
Yeah, for anybody watching.
Okay.
Right.
So not for my friend. Okay.
If you think soy is a problem in someone's life, I'd say, call into the show. We're here to help. They can call into the show, and we can try to help out with that in any way we can. So.
That might be interesting, but would you guys be comfortable with having someone who's like openly transgender on your show? Because this is Mormon talk.
Of course we would.
I believe we have actually before had
this show doesn't exclude anyone unless they are bringing a rough attitude with them, or if they're saying tough words.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, my friends and I, we don't swear or anything.
Okay, good.
So that wouldn't be a problem.
Right. Well, absolutely. Anyone's welcome to call in. Anyway, caller, we've got some other calls in the wings. Thank you for calling into the show.
Thanks for being so chill.
Oh,
all right. Have a good night.
Thank you, caller.
You too. Wonderful. Okay. Well, soy seems to.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Brett O'Call
and Carson Owen Kimball. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hey, I heard someone in the chat was talking about a book. Where can I buy that book, and what's it about, and how much is it? And I kind of want to know a little bit more about it.
Oh, well, Window to His Love is a book that I wrote, and the first part kind of tells, the story of, my life and partially Brett's life and kind of what led up to us receiving the inspiration to start Mormon Talk. And so it talks about that. And in the second half of my book, I kind of talk about different topics of the, pertaining to the gospel and, or frequent questions that I get. And I try and address something I think important about all those topics. And that's essentially the book. Hunter Scholl, our moderator, just posted a link to the book in the chat. You can get it on lulu.com for half off right now, which would be $10. Or you could get it on Amazon for the full price and prime shipping, and that's $20. But I definitely recommend Lulu just because it's much cheaper.
Is it a paperback?
A paperback? Yes. It is a paperback book, although if once I am able to kind of get some funding, more funding, I am thinking about considering doing an audiobook version and putting it on Audible.
Yeah, that would be really cool. That'd be pretty powerful. I listen to it on my morning drive every day. But yeah, you guys can consider setting up like a Patreon or something like that, where just people who watch the show can donate or access special content. Maybe a little bit of behind the scenes stuff.
Well, that's a fantastic idea. I don't really know much about. You said Patreon?
Yeah, Patreon. You sign up, and basically people donate. They have tiers on there. People can donate like $5, $10 a month.
Oh, well, wonderful. That would, that's a fantastic idea. And if you want, anyone can donate to the show by, purchasing the book. And you do get some special content. Obviously, you get a nice book. But anyway, I think that's a fantastic idea. And Brett and I certainly, I think we're open to, allowing fans to contribute to keep making the show better and better,
We did actually, for a very short period of time, have a donation box, I guess, set up, but that it didn't quite work right, and I think someone tried donating, and we didn't get the money, so we stopped it because we didn't want anyone else to maybe lose money. I don't know if they got their money back, if they were able to contact who we did it through, or so we've kind of just put that on the shelf for now, just to
right,
not harm anybody else.
Right.
But maybe we can spend some more time on this. Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah, maybe for some of the backstage couch, Carson could get like missionary or do something like that. But I think that would be really entertaining to watch. I think that would be pretty funny, with the anal lube and dildos and condoms and just stuff.
Let's go on break. We're going to go on a quick break, everyone.
What is it with them bringing up missionaries?
Dude, are you freaking kidding?
I don't get it why they just keep bringing up missionaries. Like,
I don't get it, dude. I'm about done. I'm done, dude.
No, there must be a joke or something in there, because like, why don't they just invite missionaries into their home? I mean, they'll gladly,
well,
call.
Why are they talking? Hold on. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, Carson is currently using the restroom and we're still on break. But I was looking at the chat and I just wanted to bring up something that it's embarrassing to me, but you know, it's I don't know, it's one of those things about certain like creams or like lubrications or products that you would use on, you know, certain body parts. Like if you're having an issue, you know, it's an issue that happens to everybody. You know, Carson's had you know, hemorrhoids. So has everyone gets them. So has Danite Dan and Weary Heathen and Hunter Scholl. It's a problem that everyone experiences, and it's embarrassing, and it makes me, you know, kind of, it's weird to talk about, I know. So like maybe stop bringing up you know, like I said, any products or creams or lubrication that some might use to help alleviate this issue. It was just kind of a PSA announcement. I just the show will resume in just one more minute.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. We're back from our quick break. So one thing I wanted to say before we go on, and I want to keep a good, attitude and a good spirit in the show, is if you have intentions to call into the show and mess with it, or even splash the show with filth or anything like that, we have a zero tolerance policy about that from here on in, and we're not going to allow that to happen anymore. There are children that watch the show, there are teens that watch the show, there are families that watch the show, there are grandparents that watch the show, and there's just people that watch the show that don't want to, have what seems like an innocent call, being twisted into something perverted. We don't want anything like that to happen anymore, and I don't know what else to say.
It's hard for us, but it's especially just hard for all the viewers because, as you've said, everyone comes here for a good time. Everyone comes here to just kind of like unwind. Like, we get it. Everyone has like a case of the Mondays, and like and that's part of the reason why we have the show on Mondays, just maybe to lift people's spirits up for the beginning of the week, and maybe so they can continue out the rest of the week in strong spirits. But when they're bombarded with filth, it brings the rest of the week down, and so I know it does for me, and I know it does for you too. And so we apologize, and we don't want that to happen.
And we don't want to have to keep apologizing about other people's actions. And for the people that are calling in to try and splash the show, you're not impressing anyone. No one thinks you're funny. No one, like our viewers who watch the show, don't want to see that. They don't want to hear calls like that. They want to be able to have a clean place to be, because the internet's full of absolute, filth, trash. It's absolute, just a place where, people can just cook up trash and then dump it right in front of you, right from your screen into your home, And so we don't want that to be on Mormon Talk. So we have a rule. Do not call in with, filth to say. We're not going to take a call right now because I've received some requests to, we used to do a thing where we would make, we would have special discussions during the second hour, on the topic of, let's say, music, or the word of wisdom, or the adversary, or prayer, or faith, stuff like that. We used to have those types of videos, and we haven't made any recently, and in the new year maybe we'll make some more once
it's a habit we would like to get into, but it's hard to find the time. And when we're in really good spirits, it's a lot easier to make the time to put in so much extra effort, because we already put a lot of effort into this. But to put the extra effort, it feels good when we know it's going to hit home. It feels good when we know there are sincere people out there that are really hearing the message, and when it's not twisted in some way. So it makes it a lot easier for us to create quality content if we know that it's going to be to the demographic that, well, we want everyone. We don't want a specific demographic, just sincerity. We just want people to come here and kind of open up, relax.
Right.
And
Hunter
so,
Scholl asks, Carson, why do you grow a beard if the honor code at BYU says you must be clean shaven? Well, great question. As I said in my book, I think that BYU is starting to go down the tubes, and I think that BYU could use some more beards. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play one of those little clips that we were just talking about. It's an old one, and it's one that's been requested to be played again. So,
the power of music flows all around us. Each song, like a river, flows into the ocean of who we are and who we are becoming. This mysterious and eternal power was created to awaken our spirits unto the vast beauty all around us, and to the depths and rudiments of beauty within us. It can even make us get up and dance gracefully. Music can therefore empower us and ennoble us. It can and it will influence and transform us as we allow it to enter into us consistently. However, there have been and always will be those who take the beautiful things and try to corrupt them, whether it be literature, drama, art, and most especially music. If music causes your thoughts to become carnal and to seek pleasure, whether through unchaste acts, defacing public property, self-pleasuring and petting, or committing acts of violence, it is not worthy music. Much of the music today, particularly in the realm of so-called rap and hip-hop, contains lyrics that degrade women as sexual objects of conquest, promote the use of illegal drugs such as marijuana, crack, or even meth. Some inspire the listener to take pride in their physical possessions, drawing attention away from the true value in this beautiful life that we're given. Many feel as though unworthy music is harmless, so long as you don't act upon its lyrical suggestions or carnally steaming beats and tempos. But may I submit to you, if you let her in, the beauty of serenity, peace, and true self-worth can seep into you if you reject the filth that popular music seeks to dump into the ocean of your soul. You can seek after beauty and allow her to transform you into the one that you were meant to become. She can align you toward the power that gave you life and loves you with an infinite and perfect love, and wants you to know that you are a royal heir to eternal beauty forever. May we reject rough music and filth, and may we embrace music that enlivens the beauty within us, always.
Wonderful, we're back. We hope everyone enjoyed that wonderful video. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the chat. Ocular Pat Down says, why was that clown eating so many Percocets? Well, like I was saying in the video, the music you listen to influences, who you are. It's like a river that flows into, the ocean of your soul, as I say, and whatever we let in, like the people that, call into the show to try and mess everything up for everyone, whatever we let in, especially through music, it fills the ocean of who we are with whatever that music is. So if you're listening to...
It's like an oil spill.
Yeah, so if you're listening to rap, things like Lil Yeezy, Pump... Did I get that wrong? Yeah, Pump. what is it? 69 or whatever. Is that right? Or is it 69? Sorry, I don't know any of these. There's X Temptation. But anyway, these are all rap artists that my little brother, Wilson, if you're watching, made me a playlist of, and yeah, I don't even. But I'm not gonna look it up. But anyway, it's like this. If you had garbage cans for ears, maybe that's what you should listen to. But as for me, I will listen to things that are better. What are some good? You know what? How about this, callers? Go ahead and call us in, and let's talk about. Keep it down to one, though. Let's talk about maybe your favorite artist that you think is uplifting or good to listen to. Let's keep it to one artist, though. We're gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines, and I think that I hope that I've straightened everything out with
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Brett O'Call.
and Carson. Welcome to the show.
Why, thank you very much. My name is Jason, but I go by Dr. Shades on the internet. And I would like to tell you a little bit about my favorite uplifting music. And I've told you about it before. It's a Japanese electro-pop group known as Perfume. Their music is always clean and always uplifting. So sometimes if you get on YouTube and you'll see the closed caption buttons, and there'll be English subtitles, and the lyrics are always totally clean and on the up and up. You want to say something, Brett?
I did actually. You did bring them up once before, and on my drive home, I looked them up on Spotify. So there was no closed captioning. I wasn't able to see the lyrics. It was all Japanese, as far as I can tell. There was one song in particular I really did like. I can't remember the name of it. I don't even know if I ever knew the name of it. It might have been, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for that suggestion. But I didn't get to listen to all of it, so I don't know.
And Carson, I did get to listen to some of your playlists too, and I was listening to it as I was, driving in the snow, honestly. And it was a very, very good, it had a very good upbeat beat. And it wasn't,
very happy.
It was very good. I enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing.
Well, you are very welcome. And do you want me to hang up so you can go on to the next one? Or am I allowed to ask a tiny question about the book?
Go ahead and ask a question. Yeah.
Okay. Of course, obviously, I finished reading Carson's book a while ago. And I wasn't able to call in because there were just so many callers last week, and the week before, of course, you weren't on. But towards the very end of the book, you mentioned things to avoid putting into our bodies, besides the soy, and one of which was kombucha, I believe. But I don't know what that is. And would you please explain to me what that is so that I can hopefully avoid it?
Yeah, kombucha is an alcoholic mushroom, and a lot of people rationalize, oh, well, it has health benefits, but it has alcohol in it. And so if you're drinking that, it's like saying, you know what, I'm eating these chocolate chip cookies, but there's only only one fly in it. I can eat a cookie with one fly. It's like the same type of thing. It's an alcoholic mushroom, and, people drink this mushroom's juice, and there's alcohol in it, and it's like, oh, well, it has, health food benefits. Well, you know what? So does a multivitamin. So, you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to get kombucha. You don't need to drink, you don't need to imbibe kombucha in order to get health benefits and stuff. You can get them elsewhere without drinking alcoholic mushrooms. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we're supposed to avoid alcohol anyway, so it makes sense we should avoid an alcoholic mushroom drink. So yeah, thank you for that. I will avoid that then. And so besides that, everybody, if you're listening to the show, then you owe it to yourself to get Carson's book. It is excellent. It is poetry. It is pure poetry. Buy the book. You will not regret it.
Well,
people are trying to say that kombucha is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. I have watched someone make kombucha in their pantry before. They put a kombucha Wait, was that kombucha? Anyway, I think it was. They put a mushroom-looking item into a what's it called? Tupperware type of thing.
Yeah, I've seen.
And they poured
videos about it.
water on it, and it became an alcoholic drink.
That's odd. Okay. Well, I that doesn't sound appetizing at all. So thank you for giving me some airtime, and good luck with the next caller. I enjoy you guys. Thanks for being the only game in town.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shades. Have a great week.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dr. Scholes. Just kidding, Dr. Shades. Anyway, okay, wonderful. Okay, we have a lot of calls that were just coming in, but they're, Okay, well, anyway, you can go. What kind of music do you? I know that you've said before that you enjoy silence more than music. But
silence is great, and silence is something to be appreciated. But I really enjoy a lot of classical music, and that's not my recommendation because I understand that not everyone really gets into classical music. I love classical guitar. I love Spanish guitar. I love a lot of violin and cello music. I think that's all wonderful and beautiful. But I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. Sorry, but what was I gonna say? Coldplay is, as far as like mainstream music goes, that's like pretty agreeable, and I don't see why anyone could dislike Coldplay. Yeah, they're absolutely one of my favorite bands, and I'm a sucker for hits. What can I say? Like, "Fix You" is an amazing song. "Yellow," "Scientist." I don't like I don't like the Chainsmokers. I don't know. I feel weird about them. Their name makes me uncomfortable. So they did a song with them that everyone seems to love, but I think Coldplay should have stayed away from them. Anyway, what about you? What are you looking up there?
Oh, well, I was I was going to go ahead and show everyone who didn't know what I was referring to when I said that, the culture, the culture of the bacteria and yeast is commonly called a mushroom. And so if anyone would like to, it's backwards. But anyway, I think that everyone's just being zany in the chat. But nevertheless, what do I like to listen to?
Someone's saying kombucha is made from tea.
Well,
that's like.
Anyway, I think that people, the terminology is getting a little bit mishmashed here. But needless to say, you might not use the term mushroom, even though I do. It's a slightly alcoholic, lightly effervescent, sweetened black or green tea drink. You can already see just in that one little phrase right there, kombucha is dangerous to drink, and it's definitely not conducive toward, following the word of wisdom. So anyway, that's, we're going to go ahead and go ahead and not even talk about kombucha anymore because,
I feel like enough has been said, and also, it's in your book.
If anyone wants to, I'm here for some frank talk about music. And so if everyone else is here for that, let's go ahead and, let's have some frank talk about music instead of getting hung up on, frivolous things. And so, anyway, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines again.
Thank you, 86, for the thank you.
Hunter Scholl says, Mormon Talk, can I make a new emote? Wonderful. Yeah, I trust.
Please do.
Hunter Scholl made all three of our emotes, and I'm sure that he has a great new
idea for a new one.
Idea. Okay. Homebrewed kombucha. Okay, listen to me. We don't need to talk about kombucha anymore.
Blink 182 or Sum 41.
Okay. Does anyone want to call in and talk about Blink 182?
What about Adele? Do you like Adele?
Who's Adele?
She's that one singer. She sang that song, Rain, or
Rolling in the Deep. I remember that. It's like rolling in the. Okay, hold on.
hello, caller. You're on the air with Brett O'Call.
And
Hey, I've
Carson.
done the guidelines on playing music over Twitch, like if there's a copyright thing, but you guys should do like music request line when the topic of music,
Wait, one more time, caller. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, so I said I don't really know like the whole right. If there's any copyright issues like playing music on your Twitch stream, I don't think there is, but if there isn't, maybe you guys should open up like a music request line, like while we're during a break or something. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool idea.
I've actually looked into that because we absolutely love the break song, and we know everyone really is getting into it, but we wanted some variety, so it wouldn't just be the same song. And so I looked into that, but there is a copyright issue on Twitch, and I don't want to mess with that. It's a little too scary for me, so we're sticking with what we can.
And if there is copyright problems, Hunter Scholl just informed everyone that the video would be demonetized, and so and possibly even muted. So it's probably not a grand idea unless it's music that doesn't have any copyright claim,
But I mean, if anyone wants to call and maybe sing a rendition of a favorite song of theirs from a band, we always accept that, and that shouldn't have any issues, I don't think.
Well, wonderful. Yeah, so people should call in. And do you have a song maybe that you'd like to sing, caller?
I'm not much of a singer, but you could play. I really it's not really well. Basically,
Caller, I'm gonna have to stop you. You're breaking up. We can't hear a single word you're saying. I don't know if you can hear what I'm saying.
Better?
Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you a little bit right now. Is there a better spot?
Do you have a
reception?
roof? Do you have a roof you can stand on?
No, I don't. But Harry, is this a little bit better?
Yeah, it's a little bit
I
better.
think so. I hope so.
I'm sorry.
Let's hear that song.
Basically, there's this band that I know. It's called 9 Inch Nails, and it's referring to the nails that was driven into Jesus' wrist on the cross.
Is this an
the song
appropriate
called
band
Closer.
to be sharing to children? I just want to ask.
It isn't.
It's not. Do you know who this is?
I've heard of them.
Closer. It's about being closer to Jesus' love.
Oh, well, we're glad that there are,
I'm sure there are some diamonds in the discography, but I've heard a tiny bit of their music, and I think it was satanistic.
a diamond in the rough and tumble.
It was very rough. I mean, I'm not saying for yourself you shouldn't enjoy what you enjoy, but as far as maybe for some of the families, don't dive in so readily, with your children around. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like some of the stuff can be a little bit controversial. Like I know what you mean. It is controversial.
Hunter's saying hang up. He's gonna troll you.
The older people listening, I think it would be pretty nice. There's a few cuss words here and there, but I think it has a really great message.
Well,
we don't.
We'll look into that song.
Yeah, I won't look into it because I don't like cuss words in my music, and I don't like flies in my my pizza. Anyway, thanks for calling in, caller. You have a great night. Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and have some more calls come in.
My husband said it's a heavy metal. Yeah, it sounded like there's a lot of room for negativity in the music. The little that I heard of 9 Inch Nails, it just sounded very dark and
Marizona says,
not in a good way.
I think Carson has a rough and tumbly side. Of course, I think we all have a rough and tumble side to us, and that can be a healthy thing. Like in my book, I talk about the health of a rough and tumble play session, with your brothers or with your friends or whatever. And it's good to be able to get that out in that way. But if people want to get out rough feelings with saying, words that are tough, then, or listen to music that includes tough speech, then we don't want to we don't want to promote that on the show. Anyway, wonderful. What do you see anything worth in the chat?
Seawald says, hello caller, you're on the air with Brett O'Call.
And Carson, welcome to Mormon Talk.
Guys, I'm really glad we're talking about music today. I did want to ask you something really quick. There was a second or two during your break where it looked like something weird was going on in your room, like there was a robot or a drone or something. Is everything okay?
There was a robot. I have a house drone that monitors activity in my house when I'm away, and that was just the drone making an appearance, if you will. The drone looks like it's near the bedroom area. But yeah, nothing, don't worry, there's no government drone takeover.
I'm glad. I'm kind of surprised that drone didn't see when the young women came to drop off the Rice Krispies.
Oh,
Was it?
That was outside of the apartment. The drone stays in the apartment, believe it or not. So.
Well, I think that the music topic is a good topic. I would like to sing a song, if that's okay, one of my favorite songs.
Well, wonderful. I'd love to hear one of your favorite songs. Go ahead, caller.
This is from a band that has been mentioned a couple of times by on the chat by one of the callers. This is a song I like. It's called Closer. It goes, "You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you. You let me..."
Hello caller, you are on the air with Brett O'Call and...
Welcome to Mormon Talk. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello? Is this Mormon Talk?
Yes, this is Mormon Talk.
Is this Mormon Talk?
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Sister Edith Bunker,
Oh, hello, Sister Bunker. Thanks for calling in.
and I'm 85 years old.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Carson.
Hi, Sister Bunker. Thank
And
you for calling in.
I've been a member my whole life.
Wow.
And I just love your show. I've been watching your show. Actually, what happened, my son, he bought me Window to His Love.
Wonderful.
And I read it, and it just made me feel the Spirit all over. You are so talented, young man. That must have taken a long time to write this book.
Yeah, it took me it did take me a long time.
It was just so inspiring and filled with the Spirit when I read it. I want to read a part that would just touch me all over. It was on page 50. And you said, he needed me to help bear the burden of his load until the Lord could swallow it wholly by virtue of his precious blood.
Yes, I do remember that part. So that's if I'm not mistaken, that's what I'm writing about.
Made me tingly all over.
Yeah, so that's one of the most emotional parts of the book. Brett was going, and he gave me permission, of course. Brett was going through a problem where he had a drinking issue, and sometimes
I remember that part about the drinking.
Yeah.
He drinks. He drank too much lemonade.
Yeah.
Way too much lemonade.
He had an addiction to
Is it because your dad would put poop in cookies?
No.
No.
Do I remember that part correctly, or am I remembering that wrong?
No, ma'am. That is not.
That didn't literally happen. I wrote that. She's referring to a metaphor that I used in the book about
Yeah, that was. Sorry for the misunderstanding.
Okay, that would be a horrible thing if he did that to cookies.
Yeah, that would definitely raise some red flags.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, caller.
And I like all the parts in it, but I have a question for you, Carson, because I'm a little confused about something I read.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you look just like my dead husband when he was your age.
Oh.
His name was Archie.
Archie.
He had a nice beard like that. He was so handsome, just like you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
Carson is a handsome fella.
Okay, but Carson is very, very handsome.
Well,
if I could grow a beard like that, I would.
But I have a question. I don't understand the part about furries.
Oh.
What is a furry? I mean, you're furry, so why are furries bad? That makes no sense.
Sister, it's not actually about
it's not about
like
a beard.
You're very furry.
Oh, well, thank you. I get that a lot. But no, so it's a young people phenomena that I'm not affiliated with, but a furry is someone who, really desires the affection from an animal. A sexual affection from animals, and they even like to dress up.
Really?
Like
I have a pet dog. And I love his affection.
Oh, well, I don't mean just...
He is my best friend, and he likes my face, and he's so friendly. He's sitting right here.
I too have a dog.
So friendly. He's just amazing.
And a dog, my dog is...
So why do you hate animals?
Oh, no, it's... So furries are not just... So a furry is not someone who just enjoys having a pet. A furry is someone who has a sensual desire for an animal.
An illicit...
Like a like a carnal desire toward...
I think I heard about that.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry that you...
Some I wish I didn't hear about.
Like we used to have furries when I was a young woman too. But we called it something else. I can't remember because that was so long ago.
Oh well, I really hope that yeah.
But you look like Archie.
No,
I can't believe how much you look like my dead husband Archie. We got married in the temple in Salt Lake City Temple in 1933.
Wow.
In 1933. Boy, I was so pretty back then. I wish you could have seen me. Like before I met Archie, if you were that young, Carson, you would make me smile.
Wait, you said you're 83, caller?
Now my favorite music, 80s music, is it's called Cole Porter. Do you like Cole Porter?
Who?
I don't know who that is. Do you have a song you could sing, maybe, Sister
Cole
Bunker?
Porter.
Is that like an old jazz musician?
Cole Porter. You don't know Cole Porter?
Caller, go ahead.
Well, what about Glenn Miller? Do you know Glenn Miller? Do you know any Glenn Miller?
Glenn Miller. I might know of it, but I don't specifically know the name of it. Do you have maybe a favorite song of yours?
Oh, just a second. My grandson's here. He watches the show with me.
Excellent.
His name's actually Carson too.
Oh, really?
It's a.
I can't believe some of the bad language. It makes me so angry. I have to put my hands over Carson's ears.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of that in life, and I'm sure you've experienced it in your time, throughout all of your time. Yeah. We have to protect our kids from
I'm in an old folks home now.
I'm sorry, what?
Makes me sad. No one visits me. My grandson visited me tonight, though. He's here with his dad.
Excellent.
And sometimes I get really confused.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's
because I don't, and
my
Does that ever happen to you?
Well, my grandparents, they have all passed, but I remember, the times that I can that it's a part of life. Just there's confusion, and I feel like it's just, and as you grow older and you retain all of this information and all of this knowledge through your life experiences, you just get kind of overloaded. And
I might have to go now. I think I had an accident.
Are you okay? Did you fall?
Yeah. Are you okay?
No, not that type of accident.
Oh, okay, caller. Well,
I'm glad they'll.
I hope Carson or
your son.
Can I call back sometime? I really like talking to you, though.
Oh, you can call every Monday. Yeah,
every Monday.
You boys are so amazing. I love you so much.
Well, thank you. We're glad you were able to tune in.
Let Jesus bless your show, because you're doing such a good book. And your book, Carson, is so good. You write so good.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Sister Bunker, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night.
I say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen. Thank you for your call.
Excellent. Well, that was, Carson here really is the creator type, and I feel as if he hasn't even tapped into the full potential of what he can create. I feel like there's a lot more coming from Carson O'Kimball in the future, and long down the road, he's I don't know. He's just got this amazing creative energy, and he's giggling over there.
I can't take compliments.
He has a hard time when I talk about it, but he just.
Oh my gosh! I don't agree with you, Brett.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Brett O'Call and
Carson Kimball. Welcome to Morning Talk.
Hey, that was a nice old lady. I wish I could visit her. And hey, if you're still listening, I would visit you if you weren't my grandma. But I feel bad. I wish I could help out, but.
Well, I'm sure that she enjoys visitors, and I really hope that people understand that, the elderly really need people to come visit them because they can't get out and about very easily. And so they kind of sit there hoping and waiting for someone to take the time to come, to come sit with them and converse with them.
Yeah, just share a few moments with them. We all need company.
Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, also, it's such a damaging thing for the victim and the family. It's really sad to watch progress. And I think that he's yawning, so I don't know if you guys going to do the talent show thing. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Oh, I wasn't yawning. Sorry.
No, I yawned.
You yawned?
It is actually a little late for me. I'm more of an early bird.
Oh no! It says there's no sound.
Uh-oh.
I can hear you. I can hear you just fine on my end, on my computer.
Okay.
You can?
We might be having an issue with the internet. I know I've been having issues around my place lately.
But anyway, yeah, very good points, caller, and we're really glad that you were able to call in and kind of share something, or share some good some good intentions toward our last caller. And I'm sure that if she's still watching, she's smiling right now.
Do you have any favorite music?
I hope, yeah. Hopefully at the end we can pray for her if we have an ending prayer. But yeah, I mean, that's just sad. But anyways, I wanted to thank you guys for the great show. It definitely cheered up my Monday a little bit. I know it's
Wonderful.
Mondays. It's a little bit rough, for everybody, I think. But I just want to come over your guys' face, and I just want to stick my penis in your asshole. So can I do that?
No, stop it.
Can I do that, please?
Turn it off. Shut down the show.
The power of music.
I don't know, dude. I wish that we had like software we could use to screen some of the stuff, because I don't know how we could even start a system like that, because we have
if there was like a lie detector that could hear the intonation of people's voices, so that we could ask them, are you serious? Is this a real call, or are you gonna try to just splash us with filth and the show and everybody, and then
Dude,
no, it's okay.
no, I'm fine. But here's the thing. Here's the problem, dude. It's like people. The reason why that won't work is because the calls that come in, they seem so serious.
No, I know, but that's why it would be like a lie detector, so that
how are we gonna detect that?
I don't know. There's crazy artificial intelligence anymore. I'm sure someone could
Hold on.
whip up
The mic's. Hello, everyone. Carson here, of course, and anyway, Brett and I want to apologize for just the content that we have no control over.
We've already apologized about this already in the show, let alone
like twice.
Time.
Like twice. And so here's the thing. It's come to the point where we know that we're not going to be able to control the people that are calling in. There's going to be people with bad intentions, and there's nothing we can do about it. And we wish that we had some way to screen it. But the thing is, everyone just tries to seem so sincere, and we just want to help people, you know. And so when someone's calling in and they're acting like they need help, but really they just want to, like, you know, Trojan horse the show, you know what I mean? Then that's just one more call where someone who actually needs genuine help, we don't get to help them anymore. You know, we don't get to help anymore. Instead, we have to just deal with the aftermath of someone speckling families with filth on the show. And I really hope that, you know, we can't really turn that around. One thing I did think of just now is I really enjoyed. I miss President Monson and I love, you know, President Nelson and stuff. This has nothing to do with not liking him, but because I love and sustain him. But he made some funny jokes during conference one time, and or many times actually, and I actually saved a couple of them from a session. And so maybe just to lift everyone's spirits, you know, kind of get the last little bit of the show here, just ending on a good note, maybe on a good track. I'm going to go ahead and just play those clips, and I'm going to close the phone lines. Sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So everyone, I hope you enjoy some of these clips.
My dear wife went to the hospital not long ago. She left a note behind for the children. Dear children, do not let Daddy touch the microwave. Followed by a comma, or the stove, or the dishwasher, or the dryer. I'm embarrassed to add any more to that list. When I was appointed president of the church, I said, I'll take one assignment to myself. I'll be the advisor to the Tabernacle Choir. I'm very proud of my choir. My sweet Frances, my dear wife went to the hospital. She lay in a coma long ago, 27 days. She left a note behind for the children. She never moved. Dear children, do not let Daddy touch the microwave.
The power of music flows all around us. Each song, like a river, flows into the ocean of who we are and who we are becoming.
Followed by a comma.
This mysterious and eternal power was created to awaken our spirits unto the vast beauty all around us, and to the depths and rudiments of beauty within us. It can even make us get up and dance gracefully. Music can therefore empower us.
When I was appointed president of the church, I said, I'll take one assignment to myself. I'll be the advisor to the Tabernacle Choir. I'm very proud of my choir. My sweet Frances, she went to the hospital. She lay in a coma for about 27 days. I sat by her side. She never moved a muscle. And then one day, she opened her eyes. I set a speed record in getting to her side. And I gave her a kiss and a hug. And I said, you're back. I love you. And she said, I love you too, Tom. But we're in serious trouble. I thought, what do you know about trouble, Frances? She said, I forgot to mail in our fourth quarter income tax payment. I said to her, Frances, if you had said that before you extended a kiss to me and told me you love me, I might have left you here. My mother once said of me, Tommy, I'm very proud of all that you've done, but I have one comment to make to you. You should have stayed with the piano. The first day I saw Frances, I knew I'd found the right one. I went to her home to call on her. And she introduced me, and her father said, Monson, that's a Swedish name, isn't it? I said, yes. He said, good. Then he went in and brought out a picture from the bureau of two missionaries with their top hats and their copies of the Book of Mormon. Are you related to this Monson? He said. Elias Monson. I said, yes. He's my grandfather's brother. He too was a missionary in Sweden. And her father wept. He wept easily. He said, he and his companion were the missionaries who taught the gospel to my mother and my father and all of my brothers and sisters and to me. And then he kissed me on the cheek. And then her mother cried, and she kissed me on the other cheek. And then I looked around for Frances. And then she said, I'll go get my coat. My dear wife went to the hospital not long ago. She left a note behind for the children. Dear children, do not let Daddy touch the microwave.
Dude, I'm not doing it again. Turn off the stream, dude. You have the freaking mic on too, dude. Turn it off. I'm done.
Mormon Talk. Please follow us.
No, dude, we don't even need to do this stupid outro. Let's just end it, dude. What do you think?
Maybe.